So you've asked me here to read your fortune today. I understand. Well, to start off, I will need to take some of your energy from each of your energy centers, starting with your head, and then your throat, and then your heart, and your stomach, and your solar plexus, right at your waist, and your pelvis. So first I need to just write a few words on my head to prepare. Are you ready? I want you to take a deep breath with me. I'll place my hands on your head. And now your throat. Don't worry, I won't strangle you. And let me move behind you. And touch your back. Right at your heart level. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And then at your stomach. My hands on either side. Right below your rib cage. And again at your waist. And exhale. And your hips. And exhale. So today I have my bowl that I use to see fortunes. I have it wrapped in a blanket, which I will unwrap now. Yes, you may watch. I'm going to lay out my blanket just so we can see a bit easier. And place my bowl. Let's have some better light. Maybe a candle. Now have your servants prepared the water as I asked? Yes, it must be purified 5 times. Is ready? All right. I'll retrieve the water. I only need a small bowl, and this is my travel bowl. Not much water is needed. The pictures come easily. They're starting to come clear already. I see you driving in a new car. You're pulling up to a beautiful office building, very modern, and walking up to a corner office. Oh yes, you look very happy, and you're obviously very successful. How? Well, the water doesn't tell us how. If you would like to know how, that's for the cards. Would you like a card reading as well? Very well. I've brought my cards. You will need to touch them and ask your question. I will do a full reading, a Celtic cross reading. And hopefully that will answer all of your questions. Are you ready? Touch them one more time, and we will begin. Just do some deep breaths. And place the first card. Ah, that symbolizes you. And the second. Interesting. Again, very interesting. This should tell us a lot. You have several important cards in this reading. The Devil, don't worry. The Sun, Temperance, and the Hermit. Means this is a very strong reading for you. Are you truly ready to receive the answers? Alright, then we shall begin. First we will begin with the card that represents you. Maybe hard to see. This is the Queen of Swords. I'll place it a bit closer to you. The Queen of Swords, actually, it's an interesting description of you. It shows that you use your mind and truth and logical thinking. You create order in your mind and in the world around you. You've taken your suffering and joys and married them to a useful philosophy so that you are at ease in the world. You are a good and helpful friend, although some may say you lack emotion. It's the Queen of Swords. Crossing the Queen of Swords is the Two of Wands. This represents the positive forces in your favor. The Two of Wands, very interesting. And I think it explains why you wanted this reading. You're at a crossroads. The correct choice is unclear. Should you take the road to the left or the road to the right? At least in terms of logic, it's unclear. Which, as we see from the Queen of Swords, you're a very logical being. There are too many unknowns. The wands are not about logic. They are about inspiration and courage. Follow your gut and move ahead bravely. Now to the card you're worried about. The Devil. In this position beneath, this can be viewed as a message from your higher self. It's your conscience, or sometimes what your mind knows that you cannot yet accept. It's the Devil. The meaning of the Devil is a warning, a cautionary tale. It basically warns you to be careful of imbalance. You want to make sure that you're not doing anything in the extreme. So even positive things like exercising, you don't want to do them too much. So think if there's anything in your life now, such as eating, working, sexual activity, anything that may be leading to an unbalanced life. Based on what I saw in the bowl, you may be working too hard. Take heed and moderate your behavior. Keep watch for obsessions in your life. Do not let any belief or practice overshadow other aspects of your life and responsibility. Now another very important card, the Sun. The Sun in the crown position above represents past events and influences that color and give rise to the current situation. The message of the Sun is that of peaceful contentment in the world and its workings. So in the past, you've been peaceful, you've been content. You've understood what you can, and you didn't worry or fret about what you were unable to change. You understand yourself and the role in the universe as much as you can, anyhow. You're okay with that too. So in the past, things have been very good. So what these two roads will be may lead you away from that, which you want to be careful of. Next card is the Four of Cups. This is in the behind position, which represents the preoccupation of the subconscious. So this is what's going on in your brain right now as you're trying to make this decision. It can affect your mood and outlook, and it is often reflected in your dreams. This is the emotional undercurrent. And the Four of Cups explains that not only do you have gifts at your disposal, but you're being offered another at this moment. So you have everything that you need to make this decision and to reach your goals. But you're currently focusing on an idealized concept that does not exist at the expense of current happiness. Well, that makes sense based on the sun, that you're currently happy and have been happy. And now, at this crossroads, you're seeking something that may not be possible. And you need to make sure that you don't take a road that leads you away from happiness in the pursuit of something which does not really exist. The next card is another important card. It's the Ace of Swords. This represents your current relationships with others. And the Ace of Swords means you have the gift of thought, and you need to use it rightly to see the world clearly, to communicate well, and to create happy, healthy reality. So in your relationship with others, possibly on your way to this fantastic new career, you have the ability to communicate clearly and well, and you can create through one of these paths a happy, healthy reality, but not one based on false ideas. Is that helping to illuminate what I saw in the bowl? The water tells a lot, but not always the full story. We do have 4 more cards. The first is the Seven of Swords, and it's reversed, it's upside down. The Seven of Swords is in the Self position, and this is your current psychological state and attitude, and this can greatly affect the outcome of the matter. We're working towards the outcome. You need to be aware of impetuousness. Your actions have consequence, and you would do well to consider them before acting. Do not do anything rash at this time. Again, there's part of you that is pursuing an unrealistic goal. Do not move quickly towards that. Think rationally. You are a rational being. You are logical. You need to use that part of you. The Hermit. The Hermit is in the House position. This represents your current environment and the unseen forces that are influencing the situation. The message of the Hermit is one of self-knowledge. It allows you to know and make sure you understand yourself and your own heart. You must learn why and what you believe, and then you can trust yourself without depending on the opinions of others. So maybe there's someone who's leading you in this direction or feeding you information of a false reality. You need to focus on yourself and your own thoughts and your logical mind to allow you to make the right decision so that you can trust yourself. The Two of Swords. Another interesting card. This is in the hopes position. It indicates, obviously, your hopes or fears about the situation. You are faced with a decision, and you aren't sure what to do. Well, that's obvious. You have to decide, remove your blindfold, and look squarely at the situation. Most likely you know what to do, but you are afraid. All the cards are leading you back to thinking logically, taking a step back, not moving rashly, taking a step back and thinking about what you need to do, trusting your gut, trusting your brain, not listening to others and what they are leading you towards. You know what you need to do. And the outcome is temperance, but it's reversed, it's upside down. And this indicates the outcome of the matter. You need to be aware of intemperance and extremes in behavior, again, like the devil. Now, the fact that these two cards, and this one is reversed, are in the same reading is very important. It means that you are leading towards an imbalance in life. There is some extreme in your life that you need to master, most likely before you can make this decision. So being able to master this extreme in your life will help you to make the correct decision. And if you don't, it may lead you down the wrong path towards an unrealistic goal. And again, based on the picture in the water, I have a feeling it has to do with work or school. Don't let the fear make a mistake of leading you to constant inaction. That's possible too. Temperance upside down can sometimes mean that we feel so overwhelmed that we make no decision, which is still a decision. Inaction sometimes is the right choice, but not always. So make sure that you're pausing to think based on these cards, but you're not just stagnating. And I believe this card more is about whatever excess you have in your life right now. Is that helpful? I hoped it would be. It was quite an illuminating reading. It told me a lot about you and a lot about the picture in the water. Yes, you can hand my payment to my servant, and I can come at any time to help you with any other questions you may have. Thank you so much.